Hello, and welcome to another week of the weekly support and clarity from Spirit for you. All right, so hope you've had a great week. Thank you very much for joining me. So we'll just get straight on with it. So how I work is I work with my guides, all those in spirit who love me, and I ask them to come close to give you what you need for the upcoming week, any tips, techniques, exercises in which may be working with that week. So beautiful. The dates. Okay, so we're doing this from the Monday the 6th to, I think it's Sunday the 12th. I might be a little bit out there of July. But basically, I'm sure it starts on the 6th or whatever 7 days are from that. I wasn't a math whiz in school. Okay, just give me a sec and we'll get straight into our work together. Okay, it's funny, because they're talking about laughing at yourself. And anyone who watches these videos and has watched me for a while or has worked with me but knows that I do tend to giggle quite a lot, and I do tend to laugh through my work and when I'm working, and they just said he doesn't stop when he stops work either. This goes through his personal life as well, and it's that thing like about being able to laugh at yourself. It really cuts a lot of tension down, it creates a lot of ease, and it also, they're saying, it helps put other people at ease as well, especially when you can laugh at yourself, when you can, go, oh yeah, I messed up, and just really own it and go with it. And so this really goes hand in hand, they're saying, not just with honesty, but it goes in line with integrity, and about, knowing that, you're not perfect. It's okay. You can make mistakes, you can have a laugh, you can take the piss out of yourself, but not in a demoralizing way. Okay, they're saying they want to be very clear with that. It's not about taking the piss out of yourself in a bad way. Okay, please. And putting yourself down and this sort of thing. But it really is about not being too serious, and realizing that we are, as the saying goes, perfectly imperfect. And they're saying, hey, if you were perfect, you sure as hell wouldn't be here on this planet, or you'd be coming back as a master. And they're saying even them, they're not perfect either, and they're laughing with me. So it's that thing about allowing yourself to flow with this and allowing yourself to be okay with not knowing. Be okay, like I said, about integrity and honesty, but it also goes into being confident or being comfortable with ego, and that sort of thing. There's a lot of talk, especially within metaphysics, different things like that about ego and not wanting to have ego and all this sort of stuff. But hey, it's a part of our being, man. It is a part of our being, and we can either work with it, and as we work with it, that will start to integrate into who we are, and then you'll get to that point, as the beautiful Quantum Buddha talked about having egolessness, and about going into that state of enlightenment where ego has actually been processed into the self, and you actually release ego. It doesn't actually become a separate part of you. But it's that thing that most of us aren't Buddhas yet, and that we do have an ego. And so it's that thing too about going, hey, it's okay to have a bit of fun. It's okay to make a mistake. If I don't take myself too seriously and have a laugh at myself and that sort of thing, it's like, it doesn't mean that I'm no good or anything like that. And this will actually strengthen your sort of resolve in yourself. And they're talking just about the masters too. They're saying all the masters, anyone who's ever read about them or talks with them and works with them themselves, say they always laugh a lot. In any kind of being which is like quietly, they're working with spirit on a regular basis, they laugh a lot. There's a lot of joy and that sort of thing. And so it's that thing about allow yourself to laugh. Have a bit of fun with things. Don't take things too seriously. They just told me it'll flow a lot easier for you as well if you do this, because yeah, man, there's just no friction. It's like it's going to be okay. All right, we're getting on with the weekly reading. Okay. All right, so Monday, what's on Monday? All right, so Monday's about sort of, all right, so they're talking about opening up. They're talking about opening up to yourself, opening up to spirit. They're talking about opening up to what is. And they're talking about also your abilities and things like that. Quite a lot of people are like, oh, I really want to see spirit. I want to be clairvoyant. I want to hear them. I want to this. I want to that. I want to that. That creates a concept of what they think that will be. And so, yes, it's cool to have a goal. Yes, it's cool to, want to bring that into your life. But it's that thing they're saying, get that box that, you've put it all in and this is what it looks like, and throw the bloody thing out the window. Get rid of it. You don't need it. So it's about, going, yeah, this is what I want to have a focus of. This is what I want to create. Now I'm going to open up towards that. And they're also going into Tuesday. So it's about opening up to new ideas as well, and it's about opening up to creativity, which is really a beautiful flow right through you. It's about expression, it's about opening up, it's about fun, it's about laughter, it's about happiness, and it's about allowing yourself to kind of play with that as well. And they're saying that this week will be a really good time. I don't know what's going to go on here. Maybe I'll find out before the reading finishes, but they're saying this is a really good week to just allow yourself to play a little bit more and to not be too serious, to have a few giggles and to go with things. So don't know, we'll find out hopefully. But it's that thing about, just have a bit of a play with things, a bit of fun. So getting on to Wednesday. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is another one. This is interesting. So they're talking about, wanting to, for people to connect with their guides and connect with spirit and to see their guides and to be clairvoyant, all this sort of stuff. But they're saying, how many of you invite us in? And they're saying, yes, there are quite a few people out there that do, but there are people that are sort of wanting this to happen, but are not actually inviting them in. So call in your guides. And they just showed me in meditation, when you're meditating, even when you're not meditating, they're saying, create a door, a nice, beautiful, big, bright, I saw a white door. For me, white is a beautiful color. So you could create a beautiful white door, and you're like, right, I'm going to go up, I'm going to open this door right up, I'm going to really allow myself to step in and to be embraced by not just spirit outside of me, my guides or whoever, because they actually aren't outside, they're actually inside as well, but that's another story. But it's that thing about opening up the doors to embrace who you are and to connect with, as I call great spirit that is inside of you, to come through in a really nice, easy manner. Okay, so getting on to Thursday. Okay, what's on Thursday? So they're talking about the child inside of you. They're talking about connecting with the inner child and having a bit of fun. And it's funny because I just saw them, making cakes and playing and doing some drawing and stuff like this. But yeah, they're saying it's about letting go. It's about relaxing. It's about sort of, not trying to formulate things too much. It's about just doing it for shits and giggles, not really having too much of a goal in that, and just really allowing yourself to just take one step at a time, enjoy yourself, what you're doing on Thursday. But they're also, this is Friday, this is going into Friday, so they're talking about connection as well, and they're talking about connection with the beautiful animals that you live with, yourself, your friends, your partners, your children, even with your work colleagues, different things like that, or nature. It's that thing about, they're saying be mindful. All right, so they're saying be mindful of how you do connect with people. And it's not about, sort of being completely open and vulnerable to absolutely everyone. That's a bit silly, because, you can end up, things not working out too well for you. But it's that thing, it's about just being mindful about how you connect and your intent with connection and that sort of thing. And, the more you're aware of this, the more that you'll start to be able to, recognize when you're doing things for particular purposes, or, if you can deepen that connection, or if you'd like to not deepen it as well, is another one, which is very important. And so they're getting on to Saturday here. We're just going to continue on. They're showing you with the connection thing. So, with connection as well, one thing on Saturday that got shown to me just before, is really, it's about family, and it's about friends that you've known for a long time. And it's that thing where, it's good to ask yourself, is these connections, are they really uplifting me? Are they really doing what I need? It's funny, I was coughing there because I can feel a few people are just doing stuff because they feel like they have to. The stuff getting stuck in my throat, so I wasn't communicating properly. That's what I feel is going on with some people, is that they're going through, what's it called? Just going through the motions about, oh, I've got to call my mother, my father, my sister, brother, my, friends, or whatever the case. You're not really wanting to do this. So checking with your intent. And, the big thing is about, there's never a good, bad, or anything. It's either you want to and it's working and it's uplifting, or it's not working and it's not uplifting. Okay, so when you try to step back from things and not look at it as a black or white or good or bad, makes things a little bit easier, And so if you're not getting your needs met, well, the other person sure as shit not getting their needs met as well. So going back to the connection, so they're going into Sunday, just to finish this off, and they're talking about, this is about heart-based connections, actually. I thought it was just about romantic relationships, but they're saying no, it's about all heart-based connections. So this could be, connections to yourself as well, because that's a very beautiful and strong and important heart-based connection, important to romantic partners, and that sort of thing. And it's about, are you allowing them in, or are you not allowing them in? And ask yourself that, because, the thing is, or are you allowing yourself into yourself? Are you allowing yourself to, this is an interesting one, are you allowing yourself to, have some time away from yourself, so just sort of simplify things in order so you can connect with yourself on a deeper level? So this is about taking your head off, not getting in your head. It's not about trying to work things out. It's not about trying to feel everything and this sort of thing. Cut it right down, nice and simple. What's going on there, and really allowing yourself to connect in that way, and to connect with what's actually going on, connect with the connection, or connect with the lack of connection. I know I keep saying the word connection, but this is how it's quite important, and it's something in which it's, the more you're able to recognize this, the more it will really start to enhance your life. And they're saying that when it enhances your life, it's going to enhance it in ways in which you maybe haven't experienced before, in really beautiful ways. And it can create some changes, but those changes are always going to be very positive. So, yeah, interesting one. Have a bit of fun with that. Let me know how you go. I'd really like to hear about this stuff. And hear about how you go. I know myself on a personal level, this isn't from spirit. Sometimes the way I'm able to connect with myself is to just sort of really pull back and have some time out and sort of cut things right down, do very simple things. Just go for a beach walk, okay, and just be very mindful of what you need at that particular time. because there could be too much stimulation, or there could be too much overarching you're trying to connect with too many people or too many things or whatever. So sort of pulling things right back, having some time out, and just taking a step at a time. It can be a very beautiful process, and something which, when you honor yourself in that way, that really things flourish. Some really beautiful things flourish, and you're really able to process a lot of what's going on, because it's been a pretty crazy couple of years. Really, you're really able to process a lot more about what has gone on, even if it was 6 months, a year, 2 years ago, whatever the case, or even a very long time ago. You're able to process that at a deeper level, give yourself some space, and then you can move on from there. It's almost like, sort of, what's it called when you they keep saying to me, toiling the ground. So it's almost like, digging up the old soil, digging up all the old stuff, and then allowing those new seeds to grow. So I'll stop talking, otherwise I'll just keep going on. Thank you very much for joining me. Been a really cool weekly reading this week, a bit different. And they're just reminding me, remember to have a laugh, remember to have some fun, really important. They're saying it goes side by side with enlightenment and this sort of thing. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. If you want to see me, all the links are below. Like me, subscribe me, share me around. Big love. Bye-bye.